he was just the nicest person that I've ever met. In spite of everything he was going through with cancer throughout his body.
Rob Serra remembers his fellow FDNY firefighter, Ray Pfeifer, as a funny, caring friend, a jokester with a big smile and a big heart. This photo shows one of his happiest memories at the FDNY hockey game.
He was very easy to love, so, and I'm glad I got to meet him when I did.
Both Serra and Pfeifer were first responders on 9/11, and in the months that followed, they helped search for survivors and then bodies at Ground Zero. Both men got sick. Pfeifer died of cancer in 2017, and Serra, who retired early from the FDNY for health reasons, now runs the Ray Pfeifer Foundation for other 9/11 first responders.
We help them cover any medical needs that aren't covered by the Pfeifer Act, primarily like home hospice care, motorized wheelchairs, oxygen tanks. 7 to 8 years later, we're still going strong. We've given out over $1 million already.
During his lifetime, Ray Pfeifer made headlines traveling to Washington, D.C. with comedian Jon Stewart and others to fight for the Zadroga Act and other measures to cover the cost of health care related to 9/11 illnesses.
What kept me going was Ray Pfeifer, who's over there.
Here's how Pfeifer remembered it in this Pix 11 News interview before he died.
It was a political football, going down to Washington, D.C. and dealing with senators and congressmen that really don't like New Yorkers.
Ray didn't really like doing stuff like this. He didn't like being the poster boy, as we called him, but he knew somebody had to do it, and he was good at it because of his demeanor, because he could tell off a politician with a smile on his face.
After years of pushing, the measure was passed, but Serra says the fight to keep the funding is far from over.
The unfortunate truth is we're all going to get something, you know. The odds of escaping what we know, those 160 toxins, they say the funding's there, but it's Washington, it's politics, and, you know, they use anything they can.
And as we mark 23 years since September 11th, Serra and I sit and talk and reflect.
I was 21.
Yeah.
And I graduated college in May.
In 2001, he was just out of the fire academy. The day before, he hadn't even been to a fire. And I was a new reporter. The terror attack, one of my first assignments.
You say never forget, but some people never even knew. Yeah, it's so long ago that the new generation, they didn't experience it, you know. You see a clip on TV, it's not the same as standing in Lower Manhattan and smelling it and breathing it for all those months.
Decades ago, the phrase never forget was born. Serra says there needs to be reminders as the years tick on.
People are still getting sick and dying, unfortunately. And the further we get from 9/11, it seems the further we get from the consciousness of the country. I think people need to be reminded of what can happen in war and in life. Could be in danger any day, anywhere.